let's be real for a second. If you're coming to Epic Universe during the opening months or even opening year, chances are you're gonna run into some massive crowds and some pretty long wait times too. Put it this way, the queue alone for Harry Potter and the Battle of the Ministry was built to hold roughly a 7-hour wait time. Think about that for a minute. So with only 11 rides available throughout the entire park, your day could go one way or another if you're only focused on the rides alone.
Now, if you've been keeping up with our series, then you know that we have spent well over 40 hours inside of Epic Universe, dedicating 10 hours to each of the portals inside of this beautiful park, from portal open to portal close. So it's safe to say that there are some amazing experiences that we have found in here that go beyond just the rides. Now, Universal Orlando has invited us out today as hosted guests to enjoy this park, and we're going to take you with us to show you our top picks for what we think will make your experience at Epic Universe worth it, even if you can't get on your favorite ride. Let's go. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be talking about all the portals that branch out from Celestial Park. So we're talking How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, Dark Universe, and Super Nintendo World. We have not spent enough adequate time in Celestial Park to give you honest recommendations, so we're going to save a Celestial Park video for a later time. Now, let's kick it off with a land that truly took our hearts by surprise, and if you've watched our series, I think you know which one it is. We, my friends, have dragons.
You don't, I do.
Oh, Berk, I love you so. Oh my God, the fire's on. The fire's on, look. This is gonna look beautiful at night.
If you know anything about us, you know we are all about the land immersion and atmosphere, baby. So as we enter each of these portals today, as a bonus, we're also going to tell you what and how to prepare for each of these lands to really feel immersed into them. So for example, How to Train Your Dragon, we highly recommend you watch all 3 films, because technically this land is between the 2nd and the 3rd films, but you're still going to catch characters and storylines from the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And why not feel like you're right in the movies? You're going to have one hell of a time if you do.
Universal has spent so much time working with production companies and everyone to really create an atmosphere and a world for you that will truly transport you into the movies.
100%. There's just so many intricate details that you'll miss if you just go straight, for example, into the rides, which we don't blame you. Trust me, I want to run straight to the rides too. But there's so much that you'll miss, and if you're a How to Train Your Dragon fan and you have already watched the movies, you're going to most likely shed a tear.
I definitely shed a few tears in here. It really is art imitating life, life imitating art, life imitating art, one of those. But let's kick it off with the first thing here that we think would be something that would make your experience 100% worth it if you weren't able to get on any of those rides, and that is going to be
Toothless meet and greet, baby.
What was it? Pow. Pow, what a wonderful name. Yes. Very powerful. Yes.
Well, I'm Astrid. It's lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Astrid.
I'm Huak.
Huak, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I know, this is too.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
You're so cute. He's smiling for the camera.
Oh, he loves smiling.
Oh my gosh.
He loves tapestries.
Hi.
You can bet him on the
May I?
Sure.
Yes. Hi.
I know.
Cutest thing ever.
Tell you're a wonderful Viking. Do you guys have a dragon yourself?
We have a cat, so it's kind of like
Similar.
that. Yes.
Similar.
Yes.
I heard they're very similar to Terrible Terrors, right, bud?
Terrible terror. They are kind of, our orange one is like a terrible terror, okay?
There's something over there. She loves Terrible Terrors. I'm pretty sure that's how she gets up there every day.
Maybe.
I think she has 2 Terrible Terrors lifting her by her shirt. Isn't that right?
I agree, Toothless.
You want him?
Yes, of course. I was just too afraid to meet the celebrity.
Oh.
That's
He's
so
nothing
adorable.
but a big baby.
So adorable. I love that.
Yes, I know.
You're my favorite.
Yeah, you hear that?
You're the favorite, Toothless. I have to say,
Still feels like the first time, though.
it still feels like the first time. It is an incredible experience and something that I just would not skip if you are in Isle of Berk,
100%.
especially if for any reason you can't get on the rides. For example, right now it is raining and the rides are at a little bit of a delay.
Right. But on top of that, I mean, if you're a How to Train Your Dragon fan, it's a great photo opportunity, especially for you, for your family, for the little ones. Like, this is something we highly, highly, highly
Yes.
recommend, and you feel emotional every time. Yes.
And the coolest thing about it is that Toothless is interacting with you to what you are saying. So this
Yes.
isn't like an animatronic that is
Nope.
like on a certain set
Right.
of
It's not
timer doing
pre-recorded, none of that.
It is interacting live with you. You say something to it and it's gonna go and everything.
I also want to give them props that they do take your time with you. It's not like they rush you off.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now, the other thing that I do want to note is that you are guaranteed to meet Toothless. You're not guaranteed to meet the Viking that is
Right.
with Toothless. So the first time that we met Toothless, we had Hiccup with us. Today we met Astrid, and while we were in line, we did see a rotation of different Vikings throughout.
Yes, we
the
saw about
time.
three different rotations, right?
Yes. I say that this is a 10 out of 10 experience. It's something that you're going to absolutely
Phenomenal.
remember.
I give it a 10 out of 10 myself. And as you're walking around the land, don't forget to do the interactive activities that they have around. Every land has a little bit, just like this one. Last time we were here, this didn't work, but we're gonna try
All right,
to see
make
Toothless.
fly.
Ready?
Go. Look at that.
It's got a song and everything. I didn't realize it.
It has a song. Listen. It has
So
the
cool.
iconic.
Just look at Toothless flying.
Now, right next to the Toothless meet and greet are actually going to be two other things that we would say would make your experience at Berk that much more memorable. Starting off with Toothless Treasures. This might look like your average merch shop. It is not your average merch shop because in here you get to adopt a dragon. Now, this is going to be an amazing experience if you're an adult like myself and actually just loves to be immersed into all of this, or if you have a little with you, because the dragon adoption is an egg that you purchase. However, there's going to be a kind of like a little celebration ceremony inside of Toothless Treasures. When you adopt your dragon, everybody's going to clap. It's going to be amazing. And you get to walk around Berk with your dragon in hand, as well as when you meet some of the characters around the land, they will interact with your baby dragon. So, I mean, it's a win-win-win.
I also want to point out that this is actually the only place where you can get the ceremony, right? So you can still purchase those eggs where they have all of these species of dragon, but here is where you'll get the full-on show. So make sure you come to this one. It's right next to the Toothless meet and greet. If you look over here by the entrance is where they have all of the eggs. Typically, you're going to see all sorts of different colors, right? That basically are the different species. So if you look here, we have the names of each species. So we have Cloud Jumper, we've got Meatlug, we've got Stormfly, we've got Light Fury, and we've got a Night Fury. Today, all you see is Gronkles, so let's go with the Gronkle baby. I'm gonna name it. We're gonna adopt our second dragon baby. Can you believe that? That's nuts. Bills are gonna start going up.
I had the pleasure of doing the ceremony last time, so Hawk will do the honors this time.
Adoption certificate.
There you go. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. You're gonna take a baby and put it close to your heart.
All right, ready?
Ooh, put it
Close to your heart and raise your right hand.
Where's my, oh, this side, it's on this side. Ready?
Repeat after me. I promise
I promise
to love,
to
care,
and
bond,
and
train my dragon like a true Viking.
and train my dragon like a true
All
Viking.
right, congratulations. Let's hatch your baby. You're gonna take one step, take the other side. We're gonna pull together. Pull, 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 pull. And we got it, baby. All right. Do you have a name for your baby yet?
Rocky.
Rocky.
Woo!
With
Rocky
to
the
farewell. He's leaving the hatchery today.
Love it.
All right. Go ahead, start bonding with your baby. Wipe put everything together for you.
All right, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Introducing Rocky.
Rocky, look at that. Look how cute that is.
You
Looks
kind of
like
look
me.
like each other.
Yeah, look at that.
It kinda,
Identical.
I see the resemblance.
I'm the real father.
All right. Get them all tucked back in.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty. There you go. Congratulations.
Woo!
And welcome to the Berk family.
Thank you. Woo! Appreciate it. All right.
And we are dragon parents.
I almost dropped Rocky. First day on the job. And something else that I want to mention is, of course, the price. This is actually $25, and with the annual pass discount, it came out to a total of $22 and I believe 64 cents. So not too pricey. You get a ceremony, you get to be a dragon parent for the day, and it looks pretty damn cool. I'm going to keep this forever.
Do you think that our parents will be very happy if we told them that they're going to be a dragon grandparent instead of a real grandparent?
I don't know. First it was the cat, now it's the dragons. I feel like every time we come here, we're going to
Eventually, mom, dad, mom-in-law, dad-in-law. Eventually, but for now,
Right.
we got dragons.
That's right, baby.
We got dragons. Ooh, it is drizzly today. But the other thing that I want to point to is the Untrainable Dragon Show. Now, this is going to be at different set show times. This is a show that you absolutely do not want to skip if you are in Isle of Berk. Again, if you're not prioritizing rides or if rides are down for any reason. Now, this show has been going on prior to here at Epic Universe in Universal Beijing, and it was so popular in Beijing that it won a Thea Award, meaning that it is basically like an Oscar for theme park shows. It is a Broadway level production, minus intermissions and the fact that it is only 20 minutes. It is an amazing show. You're going to get so much out of it, and if you're a How to Train Your Dragon fan, you're going to
shed a tear.
You're going to shed a tear.
Shed a few.
I definitely shed a few tears in there. You're going to see Toothless. That's all I'm going to say. It's an amazing show. Check it out. How are you doing today? It is from another world, actually.
Wait, let me smell it.
We've traveled from a Super Nintendo to Berk.
What is a Super Nintendo?
It is another world.
Oh, so it's like off the edge of the world.
Off the edge of the world.
That
There
makes-
you
all
go.
right.
There
And
you
what's
go.
so special about this Nintendo?
Well, like dragons, they also have really fun things like their own dragon, actually.
They have a dragon?
They have their own dragon. It's called a Bowser.
A Bowser?
A Bowser.
I don't know about that. Yeah, that sounds good. What
I
does he-
think
what does he
Berk
look
is a
like?
little bit.
What does he look like?
He has spikes.
Spikes?
And he-
like you, actually.
Yeah,
he's
he
got
does,
horns
just
like
those,
me.
Just like those. Maybe you might work
Wait,
very
you
well
think I'm
together.
related to
No,
that guy?
no. You might
What are
work
you
very well
saying? Do you
together.
hear that? She said he was a big, ugly brute that's got spikes and bad breath. She goes, oh, you might be related to him.
Oh my God. I didn't say that. He said that. I
you
think you're
said that.
great, Gobber.
Wait a minute. Do you know who this is?
He is a Viking.
Oh, he's a Viking. Wait, what name does he tell you he goes by?
Hawk.
Wait, Hawk.
Hawk the Viking.
Hawk.
Hawk.
You think that's Hawk? Do you know who that is?
No, who is it?
Does everyone here know who this is? This is Lactose the Intolerant. And I know you, Viking. I'm surprised seeing you standing up straight now.
I do look like one of them. Maybe I am.
Yeah, you were the one that caused the big stink in Mead Hall. Flipping all the tables over.
That was on accident.
That was on accident.
We did have a little character interaction with Gobber. That is, I would say, an honorable mention here. If you don't have time to do the meet and greet, if it's maybe the lines are a little too long for everything else, you can try to walk around, especially this area. And I've got to say, 10 out of 10 when it comes to their character interactions and the actors behind it. They do such an incredible job that it really makes you feel like you're inside of the movie itself.
Unlike the Toothless meet and greet, the interactions with Gobber, Astrid, and Rough Nut and Tough Nut, they're a little bit more random. There's no set times to know when they're going to come out. However, if you are in kind of like the middle section of Isle of Berk, right in front of Mead Hall, that's typically where you will see most of them. So Gobber will come out right across where we were in Gobber's Forge, and then right actually next to Mead Hall will be the Fire Drill attraction, which is managed by Rough Nut and Tough Nut. So they will walk around Berk, but a lot of the times they will be out here managing their, what would you say, their boats, their chaos, the chaotic twins, Rough Nut and Tough Nut. All you'll find is chaos with them. Now, the reason why we are making these honorable mentions is because of the fact that they come out randomly. So it's not something that we want you to stand around, waste your time standing around looking for them. But if you see them, if you happen to come across them, oh my gosh, they are so phenomenal. Great interactions. Please stop by and say hello. At least take your photo with them. They're gonna make your day just that much better.
It's been a hell of a ride so far at Isle of Berk, but we've got other things to see, baby. Let's talk Super Nintendo World.
And we're in a completely different world.
Wow, it's a bit crowded today, huh?
It is very crowded today. Very stimulating, very
A
crowded.
little taste of what opening day is gonna look like.
I think it's going to be even bigger on opening, more crowds on opening day. Okay, as you enter Super Nintendo World, it is like all hands on deck. Everything is
everywhere. You don't know where to look. You don't know what to do with your life. But there are some really fun things to do in here as well that don't involve getting on the rides. So let's go do that.
Woo! Seems like it's a little bit emptier down here, but we're going to the first thing that you should take advantage of if you can while the rides are jam-packed, and that is Toadstool Cafe, which is the main eatery here, because it is just so immersive, and on top of everything, the food is just delicious. But we're going to show you exactly why this is such a great place for you to take advantage of.
Something I gotta do first.
Immediately as you enter Toadstool Cafe, you are greeted by Chef Toad, and if that is not enough to put a pep in your step, just make you smile, then I don't know, man. I don't know. But you might be thinking, okay, this is just a regular eatery. Like, what's so special about this, or why is this going to make my day that much better? Listen, all the eateries in Super Nintendo World are just perfectly themed to the T. However, at Toadstool Cafe, not only is the food delicious, but the theming here is going to make you feel like you are in an interactive, what would you say, Hua? Kind of like
Interactive world, like you're inside of Mushroom Kingdom itself. Not only do you have the amazing theming inside, right, that makes you feel immersed, but you have the screens that make it seem like you're looking outside of Mushroom Kingdom, and you'll see the toads walking around once in a while. Then you'll see Bowser in his airship come in and basically stir chaos, which all of this, like the lights start turning dark, and it feels like there's like a battle that's about to ensue. Speak of the devil, it's happening right now. Bowser is here. This is the perfect example of why I love this eatery so much when it comes to the immersion and the atmosphere. Check that out. You've got Bowser coming in, ready to stir up some chaos up in here. Look at those bullet bills flying towards the toads. The poor little things don't know what to do. And just the entire eatery just lights up with this storm, as if Bowser is surrounding the entire building. It is so cool the way that they do this.
All right, so this is going to be a honey lemon soda with mango stars and assorted tropical bobas. What does that mean? I have no idea. It seems like it's honey and tropical, so let's give it a try. Oh, it is a boba. It is very fruity, very tropical, very lemony, very mango-y. I actually love this. If you are a fruity drinker, you're gonna enjoy this very much, so it feels very refreshing.
This is perfect if you're really hot on a hot summer day. This is a drink to get.
And for the main course, we have the Super Mushroom Pizza Bowl. This is a mozzarella, sausage, pepperoni, and mushroom marinara sauce topped with a super mushroom pizza crust. I feel like I just like, almost like be mushroomed. I beheaded my poor little mushroom.
How dare you? And it looks red inside. It's like
it's like a
brain.
pizza.
Look at that.
It is. Okay, definitely if you have like a easy tummy or a queasy tummy, it might make you a little queasy because it feels very heavy. But I give this a 8 out of 10.
Literally, a pepperoni pizza. I should have gotten this.
You like it?
This is very good.
We also have the Bowser Fireball Challenge. This is going to be a 1 pound meatball topped with mozzarella cheese, served with mushroom marinara sauce and a Bowser Buff pastry, parsley, and hot sauce on the side. Delicious. We've tried it and we got it again because it's that good. For dessert, got the Mount Beanpole cake. This is chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry layered cake topped with matcha mousse. If you are curious about that humongous princess cake, we did get it last time and it's in our Super Nintendo video, so go check that one out after this video. Right.
The moment?
The moment of truth. This is what I'm excited for because I'm a dessert girly.
So the question of the day is it better than the peach cake that we had last time?
We're gonna find out. Ready? Okay, take a look at that. It has strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate pieces of cake.
Amazing.
It looks, I mean, it looks just like Mount Beanpole.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Okay.
The flavors of everything together, delicious. With the matcha icing, oh, I really like it. This is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Damn, this is in hard competition with the peach cake.
Right?
Yeah, this is good.
Food, delicious. One thing we gotta do always, ready? It's Toad. Thumbs up or thumbs up. Let's go. Oh, the sun is back out. It is bright.
I wanted to talk about, just like we mentioned in How to Train Your Dragon, what would you watch if you wanted to get prepared and get into the immersion and the atmosphere of these lands? For this specifically, I believe that just the Super Mario Bros. Movie on its own is good enough for you to watch, and you will understand what's going on in these lands and the attraction as well. But if you want to nerd out and you want to go above and beyond and either play the video games or you just want to watch some walkthroughs, which is what I did, you will have to watch the following. So do Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is what this land is based off of. Look how incredible this land looks. This is still one of my favorite lands, I've got to say. And if you want to understand the land for Super Mario World on the other side, Super Mario 3D World is a good one to also watch the walkthrough for, along with Mario Kart 8, which is what the Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge is based off of. And finally, Yoshi's New Islands. It's probably going to be the best walkthrough for you to understand Yoshi's adventures.
Now in Donkey Kong Country, we do have a Minecart Madness, which is a phenomenal ride, but if for any reason you cannot get on it, there is still something that you can do inside of this land, and that is collecting the Kong letters. And it just does a little bling. I love it. I love it.
And
that
if you
was
collect all four.
And if you collect all four, you do get a stamp. So let's go collect O. K, O, and G left. Woo!
I win.
Get that G walk.
That one's for you, baby. Just for you.
There are a ton of other things to explore in Donkey Kong Country, and we go over all of that in our Super Nintendo guide. However, this is not an all-exclusive guide. This is more to tell you what to do if you cannot get to the rides. But more importantly, it's time to get a date with Bowser Jr., baby. Let's go. Let's talk about the power-up bands because they are your one-stop shop to having the absolute best time in Super Nintendo World if you are not taking advantage of the rides. Now, these power-up bands are going to be an extra charge, but I will tell you right now that the 45 and change that they cost are going to be so worth it. You can buy them here in Super Nintendo World. You can also buy them at the Epic Hotels. And what these are basically going to allow you to do is everything in Super Nintendo World that is not a ride. So there are interactive games and challenges, especially here in the second level of Super Nintendo World, that you can participate in. Now, these games and challenges have a purpose. They're going to allow you to collect certain keys if you win the challenge. Once you collect 3 or more keys, then you're going to get to unlock a special challenge that only those who have unlocked the challenge will get to go into, and that is called the Bowser Jr. Shadow Showdown. This is probably my favorite thing to do in Super Nintendo World. I could do every single one of these challenges, not do a single ride, and still have the best day ever. It is my favorite thing to do in this land. Now, if you don't have the power-up band and you try to hit one of the coins, you're just gonna get a zoom, zoom, instead of the actual coin feeling that you're collecting coins.
Just like the game.
Just like the video games. All right, what power-up challenge do we want to try first, Walk?
We're about to jump into Piranha Plant Nap Mishap, which is a very quick game. It's about 30-ish, 40 seconds long, where you have to try to turn off all of the clocks and prevent the Piranha Plant from waking up. This one is actually, in my opinion, the hardest of all of the mini games in the land, but it is the most fun. And don't do it right after you eat, because you will puke. That was the hard one.
Fail. We did not succeed. Want to make a note of the fact that these power bands do fall off. Please keep an eye.
Make sure you tighten it, right? Because mine is fine, but Powell's went flying.
It just flew. Okay, we're gonna try that one more time. We still have enough time. We need to collect those keys.
All right.
Do you want to come back to it? Do you want to get some keys first? All right, let's do that. Before we redeem ourselves with the Piranha Plant Mishap, we have the Koopa Troopa Pow power punch. And this is going to be a very simple interactive challenge. Here you are going to hit the POW block with perfect timing to send the Koopa shell up the pipe and knock over the Koopa Troopa.
We've seen 2 people before us already do it, and both of them have failed. I don't know what's wrong. Are the mini games getting harder, or what the hell's going on here? Failed it. We just learned this today. After you complete the key challenge the first time, this will automatically go into hard mode. So it's no longer easy, where the timing is completely different. We had no freaking idea. So that makes sense why the piranha plane was so tough and why this challenge was so tough. That's actually pretty awesome because it makes you feel like you're in a real life video game.
No one, they don't want us to get the keys, but we're gonna get the keys, baby. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Oh!
Woo! Success! I like to win. So the fact that it automatically put me on like a hard level when I didn't ask for it. All right, let's try piranha plant one more time. Did we get it? Success! Victory! Ooh, the charm. Woo. 2 times is the charm. Woo.
Wow. That was a workout of the century. I will do that again.
I can't
That was
breathe.
freaking amazing.
That was so difficult. Hold on, the camera.
We're out of breath. We did it. Honestly, it was definitely a lot harder. You can feel it.
I'm on a high right now. We got one more key. One more
You're
key for
sweating.
Bowser Jr.
That's right.
Bowser Shadow Showdown. I don't think I mentioned this, but the way you're going to keep track is through the Universal app on your phone. You're going to go to gameplay on the app. You're going to click play now, and it's going to tell you your points. So today we are at 4,504 points. I think that this carries over from last time because there's no way I have 4,000 points at this point. All right, we're going to do one of the challenges that we did not get to do when we were here in Super Nintendo last, and that is the Thwomp Panel Panic. Are you fast enough? Try to flip every tile on the wall to be the same color and win a digital key. That was so easy. I thought that was going to be so difficult. Woo! Oh, we got it.
We did it.
That was easy.
3 keys.
That was 3 keys. Let's see. Okay.
We gotta double check.
Okay.
I
My
don't
heart
want to
is
be walking into
racing.
Bowser.
You've collected?
Wow, 7
stamps. All right.
Somebody has 3.
Yes, you can now
go?
unlock. Yes, okay. You can now unlock. Okay. I can now unlock Junior Bowser Baby Showdown.
And we're about to kick his butt. Let's go.
We have defeated Bowser Jr., baby. As you can tell, my brave friends, you were spectacular. Thank you for helping us find the golden mushroom. We could not have done it without you. Yours truly, Princess Peach. I think that about wraps it up here in Super Nintendo World.
Time to move on.
Time to move on. Nintendo is always a blast, but you know what we gotta do next, baby? Let's go to Dark Universe.
We're home, baby.
Something I absolutely love about Dark Universe is that the second that you step into here, you hear the catacombs. They are in there. Igor is working in there, and it just sounds
Working overtime.
eerie and creepy. Like, look at that.
Igor, are you getting paid for this or what?
How much would they have to pay you to go into the catacombs?
Me?
Yeah.
$1?
How much would they have to pay you to go into the catacombs? Let us know in the comments. All right, so every so often you will hear Igor's voice down there kind of like fending off the vampires. It is just Mwah, chef's kiss. We have an entire video that goes into the lore as we explore this land. So we're not going to get too much into the lore of this land, but just know that there are a ton of Easter eggs from the classic Monsters movies in this land alone, which brings me to the point of the movies that you want to watch to prepare you for a dark universe. First one is Frankenstein. The second one I would say is Bride of Frankenstein. The third one I would say is The Invisible Man. Those three are the top ones, along with Wolfman, because those are the ones that you will see throughout this entire land.
And don't forget that this entire land is based off of the Frankenstein legacy.
I'm about to say that, yes, this land is anchored in the Frankenstein legacy. So those are the ones that you're going to see the most Easter eggs from. The Invisible Man is going to be one of the characters walking around. So you definitely want to get to know his character, because if you don't know the Invisible Man, you might get caught off guard with who he is if you don't know who.
He's not for the faint of heart.
Right, he is not for the faint of heart, exactly. And then the Wolfman with the Curse of the Werewolf coaster, so many Easter eggs in there. Now, let's get on to the stuff that we want to do, just in case you are not getting on any of the rides. Starting with, actually, I see someone I want to meet. Dr. Griffin, I'm on the hunt for some monocaine, and I just need to know exactly where to find it.
I'll tell you where to find
Yes.
it. What do you do for a living? Tell me. No.
We
You. What do you do for a living?
Okay, I specialize in
What? Spit it out. Don't create. Tell me.
we interview
You create.
monsters. We create.
Yes, you're
Yes.
a creator.
Yes.
I could use you.
Yes, oh yes, I love to create. I love experiments.
Good.
So,
I want you to create a hypothesis.
a hypothesis.
And then I want you to go down here to the burning blade. You see? Around the corner, the
Okay.
spinning wheel.
The spinning
the
wheel.
windmill.
Yes.
Go inside. Try the monocaine. Tell them I sent you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
The sun is setting.
Yes, it is.
Be careful here in Darkmoor.
Oh, okay.
Careful.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, I will make my way onto that monocaine.
Hey.
Thank you, Dr. Griffin. I'm never washing my face again. What you just saw is the just everything that you could ever want in a Dark Universe. Now, there are specific character meet and greets in a Dark Universe, just like there are in other lands, and that will be meeting Frankenstein and his bride. Those are amazing. I don't know if we'll get to meet them today, but I'll insert some footage from when we were here the previous time. Now, we just met Dr. Jack Griffin, the Invisible Man. He is amazing. He is going to be one of the roaming characters here in Darkmoor Village. You'll also get to meet Igor as well. Phenomenal character. And you'll see some walking violinists as well. Those are the kind of like the roaming characters. Definitely something that you want to make sure you stop and appreciate. Now, if you are not doing any of the rides here in Darkmoor, the first place that I want you to check out is going to be the Burning Blade Tavern. This is kind of like I would say like a quick eatery, but more emphasized on the quick, and also more of just kind of like a bar situation in here.
The cool thing about this, few things actually, right off of the bat. You have right here the facade of the Burning Blade, which will every about 15 minutes or so turns on the flames, and you see the entire windmill catch fire, which is an homage to the 1931 classic Frankenstein movie. But it's not just how badass the outside is, because you get to do a photo opportunity, IG experience, whatever you want to do, but it's inside that makes it even more badass, because you have monster hunters that call themselves bloodhounds, and if you look at the back wall, there's an entire lore behind this, and not just with the characters, but you also get some really cool drinks that are themed after the movies. For example, you get Pure Heart, which will protect you from the werewolf curse, and you get the famous monocaine, which, if you ask Invisible Man, he knows all about that. Now,
Which is what I did.
yeah. Is that what you asked him?
Yes, I asked him. So I asked the doctor where I could find some monocaine, and he has pointed me into the Burning Blade Tavern.
There is more than one eatery here, of course. You know, you have Dawes Steakhouse, but this one I would say is my favorite because it's not just about the lore that's behind it, but you also get the character interactions as well.
Interactions, yes.
Unfortunately, we didn't get that tonight, but the last time we were here, we met one of the monster hunters called Quincy, and he was a show.
Quincy McCready, oh my gosh, he was
Loved him.
absolutely amazing.
Right.
Now, he had a whole bit about the Invisible Man.
Invisible Man Jack Griffin, I've almost killed him 4 times.
Really?
Yeah,
But he
on
got-
accident.
Oh, on accident. Huh?
Yeah.
So we asked the Invisible Man today, what does he think about Quincy? So there's a little tea
And he
going
said there were
on
some
over
lies there.
Fraud. is
He's
what
a
he
fraud.
is.
A fraud.
He makes
Quincy
up
the fraud.
stories.
Yes.
He's a fraud. He's done half of the things I've done.
There's some stuff going on there. Now we got the Monocaine that Dr. Jack Griffin has.
Dr. Jack Griffin.
Dr. Jack Griffin has recommended. Now the Monocaine cocktail is going to be served in a souvenir cup, and it is pineapple syrup, blue raspberry syrup, passion fruit syrup, emerald prism powder, Sprite, served in this beautiful souvenir beaker.
Just like a real scientist.
Just like a real scientist. And then we also got the Pure of Heart, and that is going to be a misguided spirit, Hinky Dinks, Working Man's Whiskey, The Bitter Truth, Violet Liqueur, De Kuiper Creme de Cassis, lime juice, pineapple juice, honey syrup, and blackberry essence topped on a ginger beer. That is a lot of words that I did not.
But you know what? It tastes delicious.
But it is supposed to protect you from
and we're
werewolves.
protected from werewolves.
Yes.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Ride or no ride, this is a place that you have
Yes.
to come to.
Yes.
You should.
I will note, I want you to know this, we have not ridden a single ride today. What you are seeing from us today is exactly what we are doing. We're not here to lie to you, like we said in the beginning of the video. What we
You
are...
need to emphasize that.
No, I'm just saying, like, because I don't want you to think like, oh, well, they're just doing this and they're probably riding rides in between.
No, we're not.
We haven't ridden a single ride, and I'm actually having a phenomenal time
Right.
with everything that we have done so far.
So that's what the point of this
Yes, that
video
is the
is
point
to
of
show
it.
you that you can still have a blast, right? Don't be down on yourself. It's not your fault that the lines are going to be huge. It's going to be pretty crowded, right? Hopefully not. Hopefully you can get on some rides. But if you don't, if you want
If
to
you don't get
explore
on your
beyond
favorite
that,
ride in your certain land, yeah.
trust me, you can still have a really good time here at
Yeah.
Epic Universe.
Now, my review of the Burning Blade Tavern's Monocaine mocktail, because there's no alcohol in it. It is very, 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 very sweet if you do
Is
not
it?
like sweet drinks.
I haven't even tried it.
Yes, it is very sweet. I would have kind of preferred it to just be Sprite with like maybe some extra food coloring in there.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
you know what? I actually like this
Yeah.
better than the Pure Heart. Maybe because the Pure Heart is a little bit strong. What do you think?
That's good.
You like it better?
That's good.
Really?
Yeah, I actually like the Pure Heart better than the
I actually like this
Monocaine.
better. I mean,
Switch.
this. Yeah. Okay. Cheers.
Bottoms up.
Can we just take a brief moment, pause, to just soak in the atmosphere and the beautiful, beautiful Frankenstein Manor that's right behind me. This is probably my favorite thing of the entire park here at Epic Universe. They just go above and beyond when it comes to the atmosphere and immersion, and you really feel like you are about to step into a classic horror movie with this manor. Look at the sheer detail of it.
Now, even if you can't get on the ride, something that you really want to note here is that every so often, Victoria will be working on her experiments inside under the catacombs, but they will just kind of like erupt through the land, and you will see this manor light up in blue electricity. The light posts will turn blue. It is just absolutely amazing.
Right, 'cause she's basically taking all the power
Yes,
from
she's
the
taking the
lights.
power from Darkmoor to power her own experiments in there. It is magnifique. If I shall borrow
this
from
ain't
Wizarding
World Paris.
If I
Let's
shall
get
borrow
get
from
outta
Paris.
here. Let's go.
Let's go talk about some stuff that you should actually take the time to do if you're not doing rides.
Have you ever wished to live forever?
Yes, every night.
I want to live forever. How can I do that?
I used to wish to live forever. But I learned the hard way that sometimes what seems like a blessing is in fact a curse.
A curse.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. How can we break that curse?
There's nothing for you to do other than listen to my story. Do you have time?
I have time, all the time in the world.
Night, in fact.
You are wise. My stories save lives. 100 years ago, and 100 more than that, a young nobleman became obsessed with everlasting life. High in the Carpathian Mountains of Transylvania, he studied dark sorcery at a legendary school, where they say the devil was the headmaster. They say that the Count, during his time there, learned to transform himself into animals control the weather and how to enslave people with the power of his mind. The Count was consumed with his study. They say he died there at the school. Well, that may be, but for him, death was the beginning of his eternal life. He takes a human form, but he is not human. He is Nosferatu. He is the king of the vampires. He preys on humankind. They do not run. They do not fight.
Now let's talk about the monster makeup experience, because this is one of our absolute favorite things to do here at Dark Universe if it's not the ride itself. For $45, you can do yourself a makeup, either a half or a full face, and it only takes about 20 minutes, but they give you a wide selection of monsters to choose from, and they do such an incredible job. And if you want to go above that, for $169, you can do the full makeup, and they add accessories to it on all kinds of monsters. So it is something that we love to do. If you have time to do it, why not give it a try? It is badass.
I agree 100% with Walk. This is something that will make your experience at Epic Universe, especially in Dark Universe, just that much more worth it. I could stay in Dark Universe forever, but there is one more portal that we've got to hit. Let's go to
Wizarding World Paris, baby.
I gotta tell you, everybody has a favorite land that they gotta do Epic Universe at night. For us, it is a tough call, very close call between Dark Universe and Wizarding World Paris. But if I had to pick one to do at night for the purpose of making your experience that much more worth it, I would actually say maybe Wizarding World Paris. Come earlier on in the day to catch Cirque à Cranu, but come at night to do the spells, because oh my gosh, the spells in here, they just light up in ways that they do not during the day. Now there are 3 things in Wizarding World Paris that we would suggest to do in case you can't get on a ride, and one of them is actually going to be in the darker, more hidden alleyway of Wizarding World Paris, and this is called Le Quartier de Nicolas Flamel. This is going to be where the darker wizards hang out. Here you have Goblet Noir, and you have a very special interactive experience with a portrait, well actually 3 portraits. One of them is going to be Cassandra Trelawney, and she is going to actually talk back to you. So it's one of those experiences that you can't get anywhere else, and your experience is going to be completely different than the person next to you.
Your cow?
Pow! Like
Cow with a P?
Yes, pow with a P.
Oh, does it stand for something?
Paula.
Oh, Paula.
Yes.
You seem very creative.
I am very
Do you
creative.
engage in artistic or creative activities?
Yes, I do.
What do you do?
I'm a creator. We upload videos on the internet.
A creator?
Yes.
Uploads, on a Muggle device, I've heard
Yes. Yes, on a Muggle
Yeah.
device.
Oh, good. Oh, perhaps you'll be taking a portrait of my portrait.
Yes, actually, right now that is happening as we speak.
Oh, good. Oh, perhaps you'll put it in a very special place in your flat.
Yes,
I want it on top of a grand piano. Can you make that happen?
I could with my wand, absolutely.
Oh, good, yes. It's a little bit of magic. Yes,
A little
exactly.
bit.
She's clever. Yes, she is, yes.
Speaking to Cassandra and Simon, the portraits on the wall was absolutely everything that I could have asked for in a day that we have not done any rides. They dig deep into it. It is a personal experience, completely different for every single person that walks up to them. They had Walk do exercises because we told them that we met them at a gym, and then after we left, as we were walking away, Cassandra in the portrait turns to Simon and says, "You should do some of those exercises every now and then." I mean, tell me that is just like meta of meta of meta.
Cool.
That was amazing.
I don't know if any other Wizarding Worlds at Universal does
Not that interactive.
that's
Like
very,
that is
very
so
interactive
personalized.
and immersive.
Oh my gosh, absolutely love it.
One of our favorite things about Wizarding World Paris is that there's actually so much to do in here outside of just the main attraction. Across this world, you will have 12 different spell casting locations that will really immerse you into this world. Now, in order to do these spells, you do need a wand. You can purchase one at the Cosme Acajor Baguettes Magique shop here in Paris, where you can purchase a Cosme exclusive wand
as well as a first generation wand or a second generation wand. If you have a wand from Ollivander's in the other Wizarding Worlds, those will work here as well. Now, among these spells, you will see all different types of fantastic beasts and other Easter eggs to the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts franchise. In Le Quartier de Nicolas Flamel, there is a spell at Nicolas Flamel's house. It is the reveal of the Philosopher's Stone. We have not gotten this stone to reveal itself. Let's see if we can get it today. I've tried for 2 days. Specialis Revelio. Let me take it closer. Oh, I got it! Thank you. That was awesome!
Now we are almost done for the night, but there's one more thing that I need to point out, and that is right behind me, Le Cirque Arcanu, aka The Circus, which is a pretty good show for you to catch if you don't want to wait in those very long lines. Now this show is very similar when it comes to the state-of-the-art technology, very similar to the How to Train Your Dragon live stage show over at Isle of Berk. You've got massive puppetry, you've got state-of-the-art technology, and you've got a pretty unique story that we have not seen. It ties to the Fantastic Beasts films. So if you haven't seen those films, that is a good time to watch it so you can get into this show itself.
There are so many Easter eggs all throughout this world that you're going to find in every nook and cranny as you're doing the spells, as you're looking through the windows. And if you're not riding the Harry Potter Battle at the Ministry, then you want to feel connected to Paris and everything that is going on inside of it. This whole world is inspired by Fantastic Beasts, and it's just gonna up that level for you if you know what they're talking about. And lastly, as an honorable mention in this world, you are going to get to meet also some roaming characters, and those include the jazz trio, the traveling students, Cosme Akajor herself, as well as some aurors that are going to be very mysteriously looking for certain dark wizards, if you know what I mean. Like we said, honorable mentions, don't wait around for them, but if you happen to come across them, beautiful. Now, I hear the time turner because it is time to transport from the 1920s back to present day. Let's go, baby. And that's a wrap. A whole day without riding any rides, but having the best damn time. What a day.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Now, before anything, we do have to talk about something very quickly that we did forget to mention. You see this this beautiful
Picasso painting.
Picasso painting podcast going on, Mr. Monster Man over here. Now, we did not talk about how exactly you will be able to get these monster makeup creations done for you. We talked about the price, but we didn't talk about exactly how it's going to happen. Once opening day starts, there are 2 ways that you can get the monster makeup experience.
Right.
One is going to be the preferred way, the more assured way that you'll be able to do this is going to be by booking it on the Universal website. Now, we did confirm with the makeup artists at Dark Universe that they will have 2 seats, at least that is what they told us,
right.
2 different times. They will have 2 seats available for walk-ons. Now that that is out of the way, I just want to say thank you so much for coming along on this journey with us.
One hell of a journey. And we're just getting started, baby.
We're just getting started because
we're not going anywhere.
Next week is opening week. Ooh. Well, by the time you're watching this, it's this week actually.
Yeah, technically.
Our next video will be opening day.
Wow.
We'll see you next week.